So what do you remember velocity? Velocity, it is a property of the fluid and is defined as the distance traveled by a fluid per second. That is what the simple definition you can give. The distance traveled by a fluid per second, or the rate of flow of fluid per second. The unit is meter per second velocity. And the unit of acceleration, that is the second point, second definition, acceleration is defined as the rate of change of velocity. What is the unit of acceleration here? It is meter per second square is a unit. If I write this unit, meter per second square, like this, meter per second divided by second, again it will give meter per second square only. So meter per second is velocity divided by second. This is second. Second is called time. Okay. So acceleration will be represented by the symbol A letter. The acceleration is defined as the rate means with respect to time. The rate of change of velocity is called an acceleration. So now, so what we do, we will discuss some 2 to 3 points related to mathematics. So it is important to understand the local acceleration and convective acceleration. For example, I will write U. U is a velocity of the fluid in x direction, is a function of x direction as well as y direction as well as z direction, and as well as it is a function of time. And dear students, here U is a function of x direction velocity. So these x, y, z are the space coordinates. What is the space coordinates? For example, you take a pipe in which the liquid is flowing through this pipe, some liquid. For example, you are measuring the velocity at this point in a pipe. So this point is located at a distance of x from the inlet. So this point is located at a distance of y from the any one plane, bottom plane or maybe the top plane. And similarly, there may be some z-axis. If you consider z-axis, it will be there. Otherwise, it is a two-dimensional flow. So again, the property at this point is also changing with respect to time. So the property, the velocity, what you have measured at this point is a function of x coordinate, x space coordinate, y coordinate as well as z coordinate, and it is a function of time. Similarly, if you are calculating the velocity v along y direction, then it is a function of x, y, z, and as well as time. So this is how you need to understand the functions of variables and dependent variables and independent variables. Now first what I do is I will just definition of velocity once again. So this velocity will be represented by letter V, and we discussed in the previous class, that is discharge Q is equal to rho1 A1 V1 is equal to rho2 A2 V2. That is continuity equation. So in this continuity equation, this velocity what you have taken at inlet and as well at the outlet, these two are resultant velocity. It is a resultant velocity. It is not only the velocity in x direction, it is not only the velocity in y direction, it is not only the velocity in z direction. It is a resultant of all three directions that will be represented with v. So if you write an expression for v, sometimes they may ask you to calculate the resultant velocity v for a given fluid flow. Then v is equal to, so what you write, velocity in x direction plus velocity in y direction, that is v, and velocity in z direction, that is w, that is ijk, because velocity is a vector. So if you ask for resultant velocity, it is a square root of u square plus v square plus w square. This is a resultant velocity. You remember this equation for solving numericals. Okay, if he has not mentioned any velocity in x direction, velocity in y, velocity in z direction, we can use this equation for calculating the velocity. He may give the discharge value, he may give the density and area. So one more point, the multiplication of these three factors, you take it as mass flow rate, that is rho AV. That is one more point you remember. So first you remember the continuity equation, that is Q is equal to rho A V1, rho A 2 V2. And second, you remember the resultant velocity equation in all the directions. U velocity in x, V is the velocity in z direction, velocity in y direction, W is velocity in z direction. And then check a third point, one more point you remember, M is equal to rho AV. For incompressible fluids, what will be the equation of discharge? A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Here is the discharge. Because instead of writing here, I will write here Q is equal to A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. This equation you take M1 is equal to M2. That is mass flow rate, continuity equation, conservation of mass, all are same. Okay, so these are the 3 points. Now coming back to the acceleration point, important noting. Here let me take on different color chalk please. So what I do, I am going to write acceleration. Acceleration will be represented by a letter, that is A. Okay, now let AX is the acceleration in x direction, AY is the acceleration in y direction, and AZ is the acceleration in z direction respectively, in x, y, z directions respectively. You can ask a question, why sir AX, AY, AZ? Because velocity in x direction is u, velocity in y direction is v, velocity w is in z direction. So when you are considering velocity u in x direction, there will be acceleration in x direction. Because what is acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Wherever the velocity is there, wherever you are considering the time, then acceleration is coming into the picture. So when you are considering velocity in y direction, that is v, of course there will be acceleration in y direction, because velocity is there in the y direction. And you are considering the velocity in z direction, that is w, and of course z acceleration should be there. So that is the reason AX, AY, AZ in XY direction accelerations. So what we do, first we will write the equation, resultant velocity, local acceleration, convective acceleration in x direction first. Later we will manipulate it for y and z direction. Dear students, now AX is a velocity in x direction, is equal to, what is acceleration? Just now I told you acceleration is rate of change of velocity. You will write here, please concentrate here, velocity divided by time. Now I am considering velocity in x direction. So what is a velocity in x direction? That is u. Okay, u means velocity in x direction divided by time. Time is t. U by t is a formula for AX, and this u change in velocity with respect to time, it is a indefinite, small amount of velocity is changing only in x direction. So what I do is I will take it dou, partial differentiation I will take, because it is there is a small change or variation in velocity with respect to time in x direction. Okay, now dear students, look at this equation. Here this acceleration is a dependent property, dependent on u as well as dependent on t. So this acceleration is dependent on u velocity as well as the time velocity. So indirectly the u is also dependent on velocity. U is dependent on or function of x, y, z and time. So we need to apply a chain rule here, because one variable is dependent on two parameters. Here u dependent on time as well as u is a function of x also. You can also see here u is a function of x as well as u is a function of time. So you need to apply a chain rule. What you will apply? You apply chain rule. That is, you are studied in mathematics. Chain rule. Why you apply chain rule is, if any one variable is dependent on two functions, then you go to apply chain rule. That chain rule I will apply here. I will tell you how to apply, don't worry. So du by dt I will write here. That is acceleration in x direction is change in velocity with respect to time. So now this u is dependent on x, dependent on time. So I will apply the partial differential equation. First I will apply dou u by dou x. What I do? This u is dependent on x. I have written like this: u is dependent on x. At the same time, x is dependent on time. So what I will write? Dou x by dou t. This is chain. So if you cancel dou x, again the equation will be remains same. It will not change. Okay. Plus the velocity u is also a function of y. So how should I write the equation? Velocity u is also a function of y, and y is a function of time. Understood? Plus u is not only depends on x, not only depends on y, u also depends on z. So in that case, how will you write? U depends on z, and at the same time the coordinate z is also dependent on time t. I hope you understand this equation. So what I have done, let me repeat it once again. It will become easy for you to understand. I am considering the velocity in x direction only. So x direction velocity is u. So when you are considering velocity in x direction, of course there will be an acceleration due to gravity in x direction. That acceleration is defined as ratio of change in velocity with respect to time. So which velocity I should consider here? I need to take u because I have taken x. Okay. If you have taken ay, then dv will come into the picture. Okay. So du by dt, that is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time, is a function of two variables. That is, u is dependence on x, as well as this x is also a dependence on time. So in that case, we go to apply the chain rule. We'll apply chain rule. That what is chain rule? So first you write expression of u with respect to x. X is a function of time. That is a one term. Similarly, u is also dependent on y. U is also dependent on y. So dou u by dou y. Why you are applying dou means it is small change in velocity. That is the reason you will apply dou. You can take d also, but if there is only one variable, you apply d. If there are more than two variables, you apply partial differentiation equation. So dou u by dou y by dou t. This is the equation I have written. Plus I have considered x is over, y is also over, z is also over, but time is also there. Time is also on dependence on velocity. So dou u by dou t. That is also I need to add because velocity is also dependent on time. So my dear students, just to cross check whether I have considered all the dependent variables or not. U dependence on function of x, function of y, function of z, as well as function of time. So here it is a function of x, is x term, here it is a y term, here it is a z term, and here it is time t. And don't change y again v here, because I am writing acceleration in x direction. So don't assume that velocity y in v direction. That will be for second when you are writing for acceleration in y direction. Okay, dear students, now let me continue the same question. So I will write the same acceleration in x direction du by dt is equal to dou u by dou x, or what we'll write here, I will write dou u by dou x as it is, dou u by dou x. Dear students, just put a concentration here. This term I will be written like, see, dou x by dou t is equal. What is the unit of x? If I ask you, the point is located at a distance of x, what will be the unit of x? That is meters. Meter. Divided by, what will be the unit of time? It is second. So meter per second is what? Again, it is velocity. That's or not? It is velocity term. Velocity in which direction? Velocity in x direction. Velocity in x direction will be represented by which? By which alphabet letter? U. So in place of dou x by dou t, I will write u. I will write u. Understood? Because it is a function of time. Similarly, plus dou u by dou y, I will not change anything because we don't require. None getting dou u by dou y. Similarly, dou y by dou t, y unit is meter. This is meter. Meter per second is again velocity. Velocity in which direction? Velocity in y direction. That is v. Plus dou u by dou z as it is. Dou z by dou t, again it is also velocity term. In which direction? It is in z direction. So it is w. Okay. Now I will rearrange the terms. X is equal to, what I will write for simplification purpose, u dou u by dou x plus v dou u only, dou u, not dou v, because it is x. Here it is x. Okay, plus w dou u by dou z plus, this is a term as it is, this is acceleration, I will write it as as it is, dou u by dou t. This is an expression for acceleration in x direction. X direction. Dear students, can we write similar equation for acceleration in y direction? So what I do is, y direction means that is v velocity v. So v is also a function of x coordinate, velocity v is also a function of y coordinate, velocity v is also a function of z coordinate as well as time. So what is the acceleration in y direction? I will write ay, that is equal to, so u as it is, you write u. So in place of dou u, I will write dou v. Now it is v by dou x, because velocity in y direction is v, plus v as it is. In place of u, I will write dou v and dou y, plus w is equal to dou v by dou z plus dou v divided by dou t. This is the expression of acceleration in y direction. Similarly, I will write acceleration of in z direction is equal to u as it is, dou w I will take here, dou x, dou v as it is, dou w divided by dou y, plus w as it is, rho w divided by rho z plus rho w by dou t. Understood? This is a velocity in acceleration in y direction. This is a acceleration in z direction. So now So what is local acceleration and what is convective acceleration? That is what meaning. Local acceleration means the change of velocity with respect to time. For example, which are in these three equations, which one is local acceleration term, which one is convective acceleration term? They may ask you for 2 marks or 5 marks. They may ask you to write expressions for local acceleration. How they will ask? Expression for local acceleration means equations, and the equations of convective accelerations for 5 marks or 2 marks convective acceleration. So here this is one term, 1, 2, 3, 4, similarly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 items, 12 acceleration terms, in which is the local acceleration, which is a convective acceleration. Dear students, the term any velocity which is changing with respect to time, that you take it as local acceleration. For example, this is a local acceleration term. Dou v by dou t is also local acceleration. Dou w by dou t is also local acceleration. What is local acceleration terms? Local acceleration. It is defined as the rate of increase of velocity. Increase of velocity with respect to time. It is defined as the rate of increase of velocity with respect to time. That is called local acceleration. And they may ask you to write the terms. So dou u by dou t is local acceleration in x direction. Dou v by dou t is local acceleration in y direction. Dou w by dou t is local acceleration in z direction. That is local acceleration is over. Then what is convective acceleration? Other than these three terms, this term, the remaining, this one, all are the convective acceleration terms. Understood? Because we use this formula for calculating numericals. Okay, numericals are very difficult to understand. It is related to some partial differentiation and all. So what is convective acceleration? Convective acceleration. What is, if I ask you to write convective acceleration, so accept these three terms here. The first term, this one is one term, this second term, this is third term. Except these three term equations, the remaining all are convective acceleration terms. So I will not write all these 9 terms here. Instead of write, I will use the word, the expressions other than, the expressions other than dou u by dou t, dou v by dou t, and dou w by dou t, all are called convective accelerations. In which equation? In these equations. Okay, in this equation, expect these three terms, the remaining are convective acceleration. That is, okay, for example, 1 or 2 will write, that is u, dou u by dou x is a convective term in x direction. Similarly, v, dou u by dou y, velocity u in y direction, that is also convective term. So don't be confused here. For time being, only I have written 2. The remaining will be, you can see here, this is also one convective acceleration, these three along x direction. This is convective acceleration along y direction, convective acceleration along z direction. Okay. Any doubts? Okay, you will write the acceleration in resultant velocity, that is the resultant acceleration you will write. What we do, we will write a resultant velocity, then we will solve a numerical. The resultant acceleration The resultant acceleration, I will take it as A, capital A. Otherwise, if you take small a, again it will become same as x direction, y direction. The resultant velocity, resultant acceleration is axi plus ayj plus acceleration along z direction and k. Because acceleration is also scalar. It is a vector. So square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square is resultant acceleration. Keep in mind, it will help you for solving numericals. This is the resultant acceleration. Here is the resultant acceleration, and where we have written resultant velocity, again I will write here only. Resultant velocity v is square root of u square plus v square plus w square. This is the resultant velocity. This is the resultant acceleration. Velocity. Okay. So these are local acceleration, convective acceleration, resultant velocity, and the resultant acceleration. My dear students, sometimes in question paper they ask you to write, for example, if you write this expression for steady flow, listen carefully what I am asking you. If you write this expression, what is this expression? Velocity, acceleration in x direction. If I ask you to write an expression or write an equation for the acceleration in x direction for steady flow. So which term will get cancelled here? For steady flow, what is steady flow? Change in properties with respect to time is 0. Any variable is changing with respect to time. If that is equal to 0 marker, then we call it a steady flow. So in this equation, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 4 terms, which term is a function of time? Here, directly which variable is function of time? Which term is function of time?
du by dt, sir.
Yes, very good. This last 4th term is a function of time. See here, dou u by t is there. T stands for time. So same expression for steady flow, what we will write here, I will write here that steady flow along x direction, acceleration along x for steady flow will be written as u dou u by dou x plus v dou u by dou y w dou u by dou z plus 0 because that property what I just now I have shown you on the screen, that is this term, the 4th term is a function of time. So what is steady flow? Any variable, if it is a function of time, then we take it as 0. There is no change of property with respect to time. 0 the quantity. So that I have taken as 0. Similarly, you can write for y direction as well as z direction. For steady flow, dou u by dou t is equal to 0. Similarly, dou v by dou t is also equal to 0. Similarly, dou w by dou t is also equal to 0.